Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Asad Yaqub and I welcome you to a wonderful video. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the current pattern of Ielts reading, academic reading, and I'll just tell you about general training reading as well. Many of you, when you prepare for Ielts, you don't know what sort of questions are important for part 1, part 2, part 3 and all that stuff. Okay guys, as per the latest pattern, the latest trend, let me tell you there is no latest trend, no latest pattern. It depends actually. What do? They actually remake the Ielts tests. How do they remake them? For example, part 1 of one test, part 2 of another test, part 3 of another test, and now they have a new test. Okay, so they shuffle those 3 sections of Ielts reading and then they compile a new test, right? Exactly. So as per the trend which is going on now, this is February and then March 2022. As per the current trends in reading part 1, academic reading part 1, 2 type of questions are the most common. Number 1, true false not given, where questions and answers are in order. Number 2, sentence completion, where again questions and answers are in order. Let me tell you guys, whenever they have questions 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7, these questions and the answers are mostly given in the first or second paragraph. Okay, so these 7 questions should be attempted in 7 minutes and you can do that as well, because questions and answers are in order and the answers will start coming either from first paragraph or from second paragraph, and once you find one answer you will be able to find other answers as well. Now, second important question type is true false not given for academic reading part 1. Let me tell you, for true false not given also questions and answers are in order. Now for example, if there are questions 8 to 14, so it might take more time to find the answer of question number 8, but once you find, rest of the answers are going to come in a sequence. So they are sequential, there's not going to be any trouble. Like for example, you found the answer of question number 8, read on. Now when I say read on, it can be the next sentence, next paragraph, but they are going to be in order. This is academic reading part 1. Now let's talk about part 2. In part 2, questions like which paragraph contains the following information, that's very common. There are around 4 to 6 questions and you got to do that. Along with which paragraph contains the following information, we've got another question type which is highly important, that is multiple choice questions. So for part 2, and again for multiple choice questions and the passage, they are in order. For which paragraph contains the following information, questions and passage, they are not in order at all. Okay, this is important, and along with that there can be some sentence completion questions as well, right? This is section 2 academic reading. Now let's talk about section 3 of academic reading. In section 3, the most important question type can be list of headings, and by the way, list of headings may appear in section 1, 2 or 3 anywhere, but for section 3 there are chances, mostly it comes in part 2 actually, part 2 list of headings, but it may be in part 3 as well. Okay, along with list of headings we've got yes no not given or true false not given, and they might repeat any question type twice as well. True false not given in section 1 and again in section 3, so it is also possible. So for part 3, summary completion, that is important. Matching is the most important question type for academic reading part 3. So you should focus that as well, right? And now you might be thinking where to prepare, what sort of resources should be used for preparation. For that, I would advise you, for academic reading, you should go through Cambridge Ielts books 7 to book number 16. And if you get more time, then you can go back from 7, but otherwise 7 to 16. These books are pretty cool and they are enough. And if you want to experience some very difficult tests, then you can go to Cambridge Ielts Trainer. There are 6 practice tests. You can take those tests as well. So, as far as gender training reading is concerned, in gender training reading part 1, which paragraph contains the following information and sentence completion? They are important. And in part 1, we've got two passages. One passage will have true, false, not given, and one passage will have short sentence completion. Part 2, again two short passages. And one short passage is going to be about short answer question, and second can be sentence completion. And by the way, for GT reading part 1 and 2, mostly questions and answers are in order. Until you have which paragraph contains the following information, there they are not in order. Question and answers are not in order. Okay. Part 3, most important question type for part 3 is list of headings. After that, multiple choice questions. After that, summary completion, and after that, yes, no, not given. These question types are extremely important. And for gender training reading, you can practice from Cambridge Ielts books 11 to 16, number 1, and books 7 to 10. There are 2 GT tests there. You can practice from there. So these books are going to be more than enough. And then we've got Cambridge Official Guide to Ielts, and there are 2 GT tests you can prepare from there as well. All the best, guys. Thank you very much. I also teach IELTS online all over the world and on campus here in Lahore. If you want to be the part of my online or on-campus IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.